something to do in Knoxville is the Dogwood Arts Home and Garden Show. It is the major fundraiser for the Dogwood Arts, which is like arts, environment. They do all kinds of events in Knoxville throughout the year, one of which is the Dogwood Arts Festival. So we're gonna go check out the Dogwood Arts Home and Garden Show. So first of all, where to park? You can park, basically I parked across Henley Street at the Walnut Street garage. There's several garages like near Market Square. Like you could have parked at the Market Square garage or Locust Street garage, any of those. You can sometimes get parking at the church across from the convention center, but sometimes that's like, you have to have cash, and I don't have cash. So I parked at the garage across Henley. So now I'm walking on the pedestrian bridge towards the convention center. So this is walking over Henley Street. That's the Marriott that they just updated. And the Tennessee-in, where you can actually keep a dog. We actually stayed there for Christmas Eve because we had no water or power, and we could bring our dog with us. Just entering, obviously it's like in our big convention center. Super nice. Okay, so all kinds of like home garden stuff. I just did an activity with one of the vendors. It was like build a terrarium called Dogwood Avenue. So I'll show you that, but boats, home stuff, all the things. So lots of like landscaping stuff. I've seen granite transformations. I've seen, this is like landscaping, super cool. Just like in the middle of the place. How cool is this? So nice. Okay, so again, just tons of home vendors. There's even furniture here. There's obviously like entertainment. Look at this, Tennessee fireplace and chimney, fancy. So there's all kinds of vendors really. This is the North Shore Nursery booth. It's not even a booth, but it's gorgeous. Look at this. Look at all the plants. So pretty. Look at all this. So good. Okay, check this booth out. This is all about foundations and waterproofing. How cool is this? I feel like it's in a science classroom. Okay, so it was a little bit awkward to be videoing in there because like people were just standing at their booth staring, so I didn't want to be like, hey, let me video you and not talk to you about your business. So I did meet some super cool people that I want to tell you about. First of all, that's going to be probably super interesting, is KUB, which is our Knox Utility Board. They are basically outfitting anybody that has electric. They said will eventually have fiber optic internet, $65 a month, 1 gig like upload speed. Yeah, look here, look at that, $65 a month. So shout out to KUB. He said right now they're like East Knox, like and they're East Knox, like Western Avenue, and they're going to be slowly working their way west, and then places that don't have like great coverage available, they will eventually be, like I said, everywhere, but they're prioritizing people that don't have great coverage. He's like, are you in Knox County? And I was like, I'm right on the line. And I was like, I just got internet last year. Word to the wise, if you're moving here, check the internet. But KUB, if you have electric service through them, you will eventually be able to use or have fiber service. So that is freaking awesome. I also talked to someone from Mosquito Joe that they spray for mosquitoes, and I thought, and like bugs, not just mosquitoes, but I thought, sorry, I had something on my phone. I thought that it was like a once a year thing. It's not. She said they go every 3 weeks, from like about April to like the fall time. So that was interesting. She also told me that there's some agents that they will spray, like if they have an open house as an example, they will have the house sprayed around the outside for bugs. I didn't even know that was a thing, which is super interesting because I've never had clients that are like, oh my gosh, bugs. I mean, obviously, like, I don't like bugs, but you deal with them. Like, you know, like you're in Tennessee, it is what it is. But that was like a very interesting concept that basically that's like a very interesting strategy. Okay, someone else I met. Hold on, I'm gonna show you his card. Okay, Jason. Sorry, I'm Jason, like the killer. Not really. Okay, this guy. Look at Jason Mural, and he does like landscape design, everything from like, you know, just basic stuff to like completely. He's like a trained architect, but he realized like he likes like landscapes better, and then he was like bored with architecture, and so he had some awesome stuff. So, and I asked him like, can you plan lots? Like if there's a lot that someone wants to buy that's on the side of a cliff, which we have a lot of those, could you like help plan what that would look like, where stuff goes? And he said yes, he can totally do that, which is freaking awesome, because a lot of times people want to buy a lot, but it's like, okay, well, how do we even arrange how stuff goes? Especially stuff that's like more in town. Like, for example, I have a client that was interested in a lot on Lions Bend, like back in a windy place. And he was thinking like, well, how would I even get this arranged, right? And so this guy was like, no, he's like, obviously if it's available on Lions Bend, on Lions View, it has its challenges, or it would have already been developed. He's like, that's what I do. So shout out to Jason. That was awesome. I also met a lady named Debbie, and she does like all kinds of appliances. And she works with builders, but also if you need to like outfit a house, she does that as well. And you get like a builder pricing. So shout out to Debbie. By the way, I don't know if she wants me saying this. I think it's fine. But so I have two clients now that I've worked with very recently that like will not deal with Samsung. And one was like a new construction house, and my client was like, I'm not having Samsung appliances. So I asked Debbie, and she's like, yeah, no, they're hard to get people to work on. I hope Samsung doesn't sue me for this video, but I'm sure they get bad reviews. I mean, it's fine, right? I'm just telling the truth. These are actual life stories, okay? But basically the idea is that they're hard to work on, they're hard to get the parts with. And so anyways, yeah. So I thought that was interesting. What else did I learn about? This one guy, all he does is, JP, is like outdoor lighting, landscaping. Pretty cool, right? Then I met this lady, and it's precision window tinting. And I went up to her, I was like, how small of a project can you do? And she goes, we'll do anything like one door. And I was like, I have a door. My bathroom door at my house is completely see-through. And I was like, can you help fix that? Because we've thought about doing the spray, but it's like, how do you get it even? And then secondly, the other thing about that is like, so we did like try to do the peel, and I don't have the patience for that, and neither does my husband. So I was like, how much would it be to do the door? And she's like, probably like $150. I was like, I'm calling you tomorrow. I was like, how far out are you? She's like, in terms of like service wise, like, is this gonna be in 6 months you can do this? She's like, no, next week. She's about to change my life. The other cool thing about this, they also had like tons of like nursery places, like plant nurseries. That was cool. That had these beautiful landscape stuff like right in the middle of the event. And then there were all kinds of like, there were gutter guard, roof people, basically anything you need house-wise, they have it. And there were a couple like random vendors that were like selling, you know, shirts or whatever. There was a couple boats, so there's a boating store there. And then there was a place for kids to play, which I didn't video that. I always felt weird videoing children, because it's like, I don't know, I don't like that. But there's like a craft area for kiddos and activities, and then there's a stage, so you probably heard like a lady singing, and so there's different people that teach classes, and they're gonna like, they sing whatever. And then there was the makerspace, which Dogwood Avenue had a workshop today that I signed up for, and I built this. Which actually I showed up 30 minutes late. I thought it started at 4. No, I thought it started at 5. I was working on my computer at 4 o'clock, like, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to this event, because I've not been to this thing before, and it's like the Dogwood Arts, their major like fundraiser for the Dogwood Arts Festival, and like the Dogwoods, everything they do, like they do 20 events in the Knoxville area every year. So anyways, it's one of their major fundraisers. And so where was I even going with this? Oh, so I had never been to this before. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make a video about it, and then I'm gonna do this activity because I feel like I need to do more fun things in my life, like more adventurous stuff, and like just, I don't know, something different. So I was like, that'll be cool to go do that. And so all that being said, like on Sunday, I wanted to do this one that was like a moss wall. You know what a moss wall is? Like, it's a moss wall. Okay, go Google it. But it's on Super Bowl Sunday. Listen, I'll be watching football, okay? And probably eating some boneless wings or something. You know what I mean? So anyways. What did you say?
Is it real?
Yes. What did you... You think it's good?
Yeah, I like it. Look, the layers of the rocks.
Yeah, I did that.
Soil. Real plants.
I also want to point out the fact that you see this giant Rubik's Cube. That's from the 1982 World's Fair, which literally happened like literally across from where I'm sitting right now. I'm in the convention center, and that used to actually be in the old convention center, like on the lobby level, and then they moved it over here. So anyhow, yeah, pretty cool, right? You cannot touch it. You do not play on it. Like, it's historical, okay? But yeah, so super cool. And so you can tell this is the whole layout of everything. So tons of vendors, really cool stuff. Lots of just super interesting ideas. Anything that anybody could do about a house would be there. Literally. So that is the Dogwood Arts Home and Garden Show. They did say, I was asking them because it seemed like there was nobody here, and so they said that usually Fridays are pretty slow, especially towards the end of the day. So one of the guys I was talking to was saying that the first 5 hours of today were pretty busy, and then the last couple hours, you could see in some of those booths, the people had already left. But he said that Saturday is always crazy, and the mosquito lady said that too. Stephanie, I don't know where her card went, but she's from Mosquito Joe, and she's hilarious. So if you need bug treatment, she got you, okay? But anyway, she said that Saturdays tend to be crazy. And then Jade at Dogwood Avenue, she said she didn't know how Sunday was going to be because of the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I don't know the avatar person that comes to this event, but it's really for anybody. And I think actually kids would like this because there's a lot of hands-on stuff. There was this one place they do tornado safe rooms, and I wanted to climb in there, but I was running out of time. So they were about to close, so I was like, I don't want to be that person that's we've been here all day and you're the first person that we're going to talk to 5 minutes to closing. I did not want to be that person. So anyways, that being said, super cool events, something you definitely want to see. And then go check out the workshops. You do have to pay in advance for that, but with the workshop costs, your ticket to the event is also included. So, and it included all the materials. So anyways, that is the Dogwood Arts Home and Garden Show. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video.